Welcome to Strangeville. Welcome to the channel, gang. My name is Kevin Strange, 20-year veteran of the underground. I'm a cartoonist, novelist, independent filmmaker, and a big fan of Carnage. I'm here joined by my friend Andrew, who brought this is a special moment, gang, because growing up, Maximum Carnage was one of my favorite storylines in comics. I collected a bunch of these, but I never got the full series. I've yet to ever see all the covers in the whole 14-issue run of Maximum Carnage. Andrew had it in his collection, and he brought it over for us to look at today. Thank you, Andrew, for this special treat.
Oh, yeah.
Show everybody the Maximum Carnage series. So tell us a little bit about, is this the origin of don't you get the origin of what is his name?
Cletus Cassidy.
Cletus Cassidy. This isn't where he gets the symbiote. This isn't.
I don't believe so. I believe he was in before, and I think because he's already been captured, and they thought the symbiote was gone. Yeah, this is some of the flashback telling him, I think, and then we find out that there's a latent piece of the symbiote inside of him still.
That's right. So this was my introduction to Carnage.
Same here, yeah.
So I don't know where he debuted or where he came from.
Yeah.
But obviously they just told us a little bit of the backstory there. He still had a latent piece of it in him that allowed him to reform as Carnage. But for all intents and purposes, this is my Carnage origin story. And I just thought, wow, Venom is such a cool fucking Spider-Man villain. I like the villain, like Spider-Man's Rogues Gallery,
right,
more than I like Spider-Man. Like, I love Doc Ock. I love all those dudes. Especially, I was just doing I just did a run on Venom here, where let me find this real quick. I didn't plan on doing this, so I didn't have it on the ready. I apologize, gang. But in this here. This Venom Enemy Within, we not only do we get an awesome Venom, nice real big Venom with a big long tongue, nothing cheesy here. Not only do we get him, but we get Demi-Goblin, which I always thought was even cooler than Hobgoblin. Oh, yeah. And we also get Morbius.
Oh, nice.
In this series. So there's actually 3 of them. And I just did, I just did an episode on it. This Maximum Carnage is going to air into sometime in November, and we did this shit. I did this this Venom one back when Venom 3 came out. The weekend Venom 3 came out is when I released that. So you can dig back and look at that Venom episode if you want to. But I really like Demi-Goblin. I really like what is that man? Is it Man Spider? What is it?
The Doppelganger.
The Doppelganger.
Right? Yeah.
I really like Doppelganger. Demi-Goblin. I like a ton of these guys, but Carnage and Venom are like the symbiote gang is just awesome. You got the origin there?
I do. It was Amazing Spider-Man number 361. That was April of 92. And I believe this starts in April of 93, so it was just a year earlier.
So only a year they decided to... Do you know anything about the backstory of this? Why they decided to do a 14-issue cross... It's all the different Spider-Man books, right?
Oh, yeah.
Spider-Man Unlimited, Web of Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man,
Spectacular Spider-Man.
Spectacular Spider-Man, and this is just regular
Spider-Man, yeah.
So 5 or 6 different series, Spider-Man, so it's all of them. All of the Spider-Man series got this crazy crossover. And I guess this was, when did we say this was 93?
Yeah, April of 93.
So this was during like the speculator boom when they could print money by printing these comics, and they could go and they could get you to collect across all their different titles.
Yeah, so each one of those are monthly titles, so that meant that every week you got a new issue from the
Carnage
crossover.
Issue, yeah, awesome. Were you collecting them as they came out?
Yeah, I was reading this week to week, and man, I was hooked. It didn't take long at all.
Tell us about it.
So I'm a big Spider-Man fan already. That was one of the first books I started collecting. Between that and X-Men, I don't know, just something about Spider-Man. Like he speaks to kids, because he is a kid himself. Like basically, through high school, like they age him up a little bit every once in a while, but he's still almost always a younger guy.
Right.
And he's very relatable, human issues, human problems.
With
and
great
like you said,
power comes great responsibility.
the Rogues Gallery is just so awesome too. Like
great villains.
yeah.
Are there different creative teams on each of these? Is it the creative team for Unlimited? Is it the creator team for Web? Are these all different?
I would imagine
creators?
so. We'll have to dig into that whenever we go through them all. But yeah, I think it would have to be. So this is.
Yep, we got Ron Lim and Jim Sanders III doing the art on issue 1. This is a hefty issue. It's like a double-sized issue. So tell us about Maximum Carnage.
So Carnage gonna break out of the insane asylum, Cletus Cassidy, and lives up to his name. He just wants chaos, basically. He breaks out his girlfriend, also Shriek, and
That's right.
they just go on a rampage and start recruiting other villains as they come across them, and they just want to try to cause a bunch of mayhem and disrupt the city.
I always say when I talk about Venom that, and Carnage is never big, but Carnage is always ropey and weird, and he's got these huge claws. He's got, and I love this cover because he's got these not Wolverine-esque, but it's like Predator-esque, where he creates these like two blades that come out of his. Carnage is ropey and goopy and weird, and he throws his stuff around a lot, whereas Venom is usually depicted as being a solid mass. But I don't think there's an upper limit on what looks cool as a Venom. I think the bigger he gets, the wider his jaw opens up, and the longer his tongue gets.
Yeah.
It just never. There's no upper limit of how big you can make that stuff. And this is a nice big one. Venom's pretty big on the cover there. They just kind of threw Spider-Man's head. It's like it's like this issue is.
Not like that. He's kind of over the shoulder, like a conscience kind of too, because that really plays in on the crossover too. Because Venom just wants to destroy Carnage, wants to wipe him out completely, and Spider-Man just kind of wants to detain him, put him back in jail.
Oh baby, we got Demigoblin.
Yep.
We got Shriek. Black Cat.
Yeah.
Venom. Carnage, Spider-Man, and the Doppelganger. Like, we get everybody in issue 4 here. Venom, Carnage, Demigoblin, Shriek, Doppelganger. I like him because I like Demigoblin a lot because he's a demon, but he's like super religious, and he's always like, all his rants are against sinners, and he's always out attacking sinners. He's like a preacher. He's like an insane street preacher, but he's an actual demon that's doing all the preaching. He's really cool. I like him a lot.
Yeah.
Who's on the creative team there? Tom Lyle and Scott Hanna. Carnage is just such a cool looking. Like I said, the more ropey and the more crazy weapons he makes on his hands, the better. You just can't get too weird. In my opinion, you can't get too weird on him. Who's this creative team? Sal Buscema. Doing the pencils and inks on this issue here.
So what kind of collaboration would that be too? Going amongst all these different creative teams too.
No doubt. It was just like a monumental effort. Oh boy, Morbius is now in the mix. Carnage, Demigoblin, Shriek, Spider-Man, Venom, and Doppelganger is still in the mix. And this is, who's the creative team on this one? Is it on the next page?
Might be. No.
Is it crammed in here somewhere?
I don't think so.
Yeah, it is.
Right it is. Oh.
No?
No.
Oh, is it this right here?
No, that's just calling out the previous issue. Oh, there you go.
Here
we were skipping over the splash page.
Yep, we skipped the splash page, which is awesome. Morbius. Look at this dude. So we got Don Hudson and Alex Savick. I think that's the same team from. So we're kind of cycling
this is
back
another
around.
issue of Web.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Oh man! So Deathlock shows up in this one. So we've got Carnage, Venom, Deathlock, Demigoblin, Doppelganger, and Spider-Man in this issue, which is awesome.
And Cloak coming in.
Oh, Cloak and Dagger. are going to make an appearance in here, and because of course, I mean, you get all those villains, you're going to have to give Spider-Man a team to help out here a little bit, and Morbius. I don't know whose team is he on? Is he a good guy or a bad guy in this one?
I believe he's a bad guy at first, and then switches teams towards the end.
Switches over. Look at this. Look at this. Is that,
oh yeah, Carrion. I forgot about him.
Yeah, there's Carrion. He looks like Sleepwalker.
Yeah.
Remember Sleepwalker?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they look very similar.
Yeah, that's a cool design.
Very cool.
I love this cover.
Oh yeah. No more Mr. Nice Venom. Before we get any further, gang, I got so excited about this I forgot to hawk the fucking wares here at the channel.
Oh my gosh!
As the late great Ed Piskor used to say.
We're halfway through.
Yeah, this channel is brought to you by the comic books that we make. This channel is no different. I am a comics maker, and right now we are less than 1,000. Less than 1,000. Yes, we are definitely less than 1,000. We're less than, a little over 100. I've got a lot of wine in me, gang. We've been at this a while. We've been at this several hours tonight, and I've been sipping on wine the whole time. We are just over 100 subscribers away from hitting that 1,000 subscriber goal, which will drag us out of small channel hell and allow us to monetize the channel and make some money off advertising. That money will be spent to upgrade the cameras, to upgrade the microphones, and to upgrade the computers, and just overall give you a better presentation. So it costs you nothing. About 40% of the people who watch this channel are not subscribers. So all you have to do is reach over there, click the subscribe button. It helps get us to that 1,000 subscribers. And you're not just doing it out of the kindness of your heart, because once we hit that big goal of 1,000 subscribers, I am giving away my, what I call Neo Underground splatterpunk outlaw comic graphic novel, Kevin Strange's Space Worms, my 164-page magnum opus. I think it's the best comic book I've ever done. Andrew here was the editor on it. I did the pencils, inks, letters, writing, colors, everything else. And
no, I only edited the writing. I didn't edit your art.
That's true. Well, that's a good thing. Because I don't take kindly to people telling me how to draw my comics or write them. You're just the dialogue editor, which is how I like. Even when I wrote novels, I had my buddy Sean was just he was copy editing only.
Oh, really? I
didn't let him. He had no creative input. He didn't tell me that I wrote my shit stupid or wrong. I don't care if I write it stupid or wrong, because I'm a singular creator, and I'm very protective of that bubble that I put myself in. When I start developing a story, and I start, what are we doing?
I'm in your bubble.
Yeah, you're in my bubble. Get out of it. Get out of my bubble. Get out. When I do, when I develop my characters, my story, all that stuff, the plots for my stuff, I want no outside input at all. I'm very protective of my singular creator status. I don't like input, and so Andrew doesn't even get my books till they're done.
Yeah.
They're 100% done, and then I send them to him, and he edits the dialogue, and I go in and do changes to the lettering, fix up all the shit I fucked up, and send it to the press. It's a very quick process. Once Andrew's the last eyeballs on the thing he's the only eyeballs on the thing after me, and then as soon as he sends it back and I fix it, I send it off. So all that is to say, you get a free PDF version of Kevin Strange's Space Worms from the Patreon. The link is in the description below.
Okay.
You won't have to sign up and become a patron. You will just be able to click on that, download the PDF, own it forever. As soon as we hit that 1,000 subscriber goal, I'm going to put that up for download for free for 1 month. And then after that, it goes back behind the paywall. And let's talk about, though, if you do decide to go ahead and become a full-fledged patron, that's only $3 a month.
Okay.
And you, when you become a patron of The Strange, you gain access to 20 years of comics, novels, and feature films from the twisted mind of me, Kevin Strange.
Everything you've ever created.
Everything I've ever done. It's the complete Kevin Strange collection, including my brand new Count Kefila comic book that came out in October.
Yeah.
So and that will continue as I create new comic books, which I do on I don't know, about a quarterly basis. Sometimes it's been a rough year. It took me a long time to recover from the death of Ed Piskor this year and figure out where I wanted to go. If I even wanted to do comics and be part of an industry that kills some of its most brilliant creators and voices. I did decide to not only rebound and make comics, but decided to make a channel dedicated to daily comics as a tribute to Ed Piskor and cartoonist kayfabe. If you for $3 a month, you get access to Space Worms, Count Kefula, Death of Strangeville, Wizard of Ganj, Too Many Dabs, all of my comics, novels, and movies. Andrew's in a couple of those movies. He's the Long Arm Zombie and Dead Shit, and he's the Dungeon Master in Colonel Kill Motherfuckers. Colonel Kill Motherfuckers is a full-length movie, and Andrew is in basically the whole thing.
Yeah.
Almost from beginning to end, and almost makes it to the end. He's one of the final deaths.
I'm in the end of it. Yeah.
Yeah, you do make it to the finale.
I was at the location.
You know who else makes it to the? You know who makes it to the finale of this channel?
No.
Our patrons.
Oh.
Let's. I'm gonna let you start this time because these last few videos we've done, we've read them in the same order. So we're gonna read them opposite order this time. So let's shout out the patrons and channel members.
All right. You know what? Hey, Savage Splendor,
Dark Lord Carrion,
666 Yoshi,
Alien on LSD,
Joseph Stark,
Loud Pack Productions,
Dave Baxter,
Jason German,
Mutant Minds,
Joshua Wise,
Jeremy Maddox,
and our newest patron, Nirvana. Thank you. As of the recording of this video, not the airing of this video, which will come out in about 4 or 5 weeks after we record it, which is what happens when you become a channel member. So if you click that join button below, you become a channel member for $2.99 a month. You get access to these videos weeks, sometimes months in advance of the general public. And what that means, other than getting your name spoken out on every video, is you get to watch these videos and say you really, really connect to the Maximum Carnage. Or maybe you collected it when you were a kid. Your mom got rid of all your comics. You forgot all about it. Now you're 40 years old and you said, you know what? I want fucking Maximum Carnage again. Then you go digging through eBay or secondary markets and you're trying to pick up all 14 issues of Maximum Carnage. Well, maybe not this early in the game because we're only at about 1,000 subscribers. But when we're at 10,000, 20,000, 50,000, 100,000 subscribers on this channel, which we will get to in the coming, as we continue to put out these high quality videos, these entertaining videos about the comic books that we love. The Ed and Jim used to call it the kayfabe effect, where they would talk about videos on the channel and they would sell out in all the secondary markets, Amazon and eBay and other places. Eventually, we're going to have the Strangeville effect, where this stuff will be sold out long before it hits the general public. We're not that big yet, but we're going to get there. And so becoming a channel member, not only do you get shouts out every video, but you'll also get access to these videos early. And so you can snatch up these comics before anybody else. So let's get back into the awesomeness here. So we're on to... It's looking like Venom's got some kind of ray gun that he's blasting.
Got to be a sonic blast, right? Because the symbiotes hate sound.
Symbiotes hate certain frequencies.
Is this Firestar, I believe, was that hero?
Oh, I don't know. Cloak and Dagger? Right, well, that's Cloak and...
Yeah.
And is that still Black Cat?
That's Black Cat, yep.
I guess Dagger didn't come along with him on this adventure. It's a very weak Venom. This is the lower limit of what Venom is capable of. At least he has his tongue coming out. Sometimes, like on the cover here, sometimes they get lazy and don't bother to stick his tongue out. That really bothers me. Ooh, on the next cover, too, he doesn't have his tongue out. So we're up to, number 9 here? And so that's still, what's her name? Shriek?
Correct, yep.
So hang on, Shriek's working with Carnage?
Yep.
But she's got a sonic blast.
Yep, so
she could hurt
she could.
Carnage if she wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Which could play into the finale.
Okay. I love Carnage's claw here. In what are we at? Number 10? Mm-hmm. We got the tongue back, gang. We got the Venom tongue back, so we can relax Everything's gonna be fine. We got the Venom tongue back, and Spider-Man looking cool here. Who is that? Oh, that's we're back to that creative team on Web of Spider-Man. That's Saviuk.
This is a cool one too. Looks like he's puppeteering.
Oh yeah, Carnage is puppeteering. So we got Spider-Man, Venom. Is that Iron Fist?
Yep.
And Captain America and Deathlock getting choked from behind there, which is fine by Carnage. It says there. Awesome. Things looking bleak for Venom and his pals, which is fine by Carnage.
And breaking it back down to some simples here.
Yep. And we got just Spider-Man versus Carnage there. Guest starring Marvel's greatest action heroes. Inside, Venom. Oh, yeah, everybody still got Deathlock, Iron Fist, Captain America. Is that Firestorm
I think so.
girl again? I don't know what happened to Morbius. I guess Morbius got taken out somewhere along the way. Is that Domino or is
Looks
that?
like it.
Okay. Carrion again there, and Demogoblin. Those guys kind of fell to the wayside somewhere in this awesome. So now Carnage has the gun, shooting the shit out of Venom with it. It's pretty good. A little skinny for my taste, but that's pretty good. Venom.
It's a cool cloak effect. I like that.
Oh yeah.
You call that what, the noodling?
Yeah, but that's another. So we've been talking. No, not in this episode at all.
No.
But if you go back and watch the videos that Andrew and I did on the entire run of Mark Teixeira Sabretooth, I talk a lot in that episode about the different elements of cartooning that cartoonists will excel at, and that will be like their thing. And some of the elements are like drawing the muscular male figure, drawing a sexy female figure, drawing faces, drawing guns. What were some of the other ones?
Vehicles.
Drawing vehicles, drawing architecture backgrounds. And one I didn't focus on, which at the beginning of Todd McFarlane's career, one of his big specialty at the beginning of Todd's career was doing drapery. And so when you see stuff like cloak here, and all the drapery and all the different directions and everything that the cloak goes, and Todd really brought that to Spawn. When he did Spawn, all of the Spawn cloak stuff is like really extremely heavily detailed and expert level drapery. So that's another element you could throw in there as to what guys can bring to the table that are their quote unquote specialty.
Gotcha. Got Doppelganger coming back there.
All right.
Keeping it real simplistic coming up on the penultimate issue.
I like that cover a lot. Sometimes just a giant face is all you need to sell a comic book. Especially when it's a face as cool as Carnage's face. And so we got, what was her name? Hellfire?
Firestar.
Firestar?
I think
Firestorm? Or Firestar?
I think
Firestar, Iron Fist, Deathlock, Captain America, Spider-Man, and then we got Carnage, Shriek, Carrion, and Demogoblin.
There's your girl coming in.
I like these faces. Oh, finally Dagger shows up. So I kept saying we got Cloak through the whole thing, but what is Dagger's special power? What could she do here to these chicks? Like she's fucking up Shriek here, but I don't know what is her power.
Just the power of light.
Other than having a sexy ass fucking costume. Is that all cut out? Is it like a sword that's like cut out of her tits? I think it is. That's awesome.
It's gonna be your Halloween costume next year, I think.
Oh, for sure. Did Shriek die there? No. Oh, that's when they rip the evil out of her or whatever. Yeah, and that's when she's gonna turn on Carnage there at the end. I had a lot of these when I was a kid. I only have 3 of them now. Look at that Carnage face. That's
go. It started with Spider-Man Unlimited #1. Here's Spider-Man Unlimited #2.
Number 2.
All these months later.
We got
started in April and went through August.
We got pretty far down the line. Face to face with Carnage and Venom gets the winner. The explosive finale to Marvel's wildest crossover. Maximum Carnage. I have this one. The awesome conclusion.
The hatred, the horror, and the hero.
A little skinny in the neck here. I like the tongue though. Long teeth. I like the long teeth. Carnage is looking cool. Spider-Man's looked bewildered this entire run. It's like it's all he can do to just kind of hang on while all this crazy shit. Because this is basically Venom versus Carnage for the whole,
more or less,
thing, right?
Yeah. And most of the time, Spider-Man's just keeping him from killing Carnage, basically.
Look at the Venom tongue there.
And the teeth.
That's awesome. That's looking like Miss Fucci from...
from your Halloween episode.
Yeah, from Junji Ito. We covered his manga character, Miss Fucci, the scariest woman in comics. Hey, it's that flashback. They plugged the shit out of this game. I'm telling you, this game is awesome.
No wonder you played it. It was in every comic you read.
Every comic I read, yeah. Totally. Definitely rented it quite a few times. Believe it or not, you used to have to rent cartridge.
There's your boy coming back.
Morbius returns. Looking healthier than he normally looks. He normally looks like he's a meth head about 5 days removed from a bender, just trying to get his fix back.
MJ coming in.
MJ gets a fucking cameo here.
No Wolverine in sight though, so we're safe.
No cucking. Peter Parker's safe this week. Excellent stuff, man. And then I guess at some point in here we get... I keep wanting to call her Domino.
Shriek.
Shriek turns on... It's like, are we on a backup story or are we still in the middle of it? I haven't seen Carnage in...
Yeah, I think that's a separate story.
That's a backup story. Here we go. Now that's a fucking Venom. The size of him there. Love it.
Separating them once again. Ever the hero.
Look at that Venom. That's great.
Black Cat almost losing her outfit there.
Yeah, she's about to pop out of that fucking thing. Jesus.
So yeah, I guess that's the end of it there. Yep, the end of Maximum Carnage.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to him. He blew up. They drag out Eddie Brock, but no Venom in sight. I mean, obviously you can't kill him. Vision shows up. The fuck you been, Vision? Who's the ponytail guy? Is that Thor?
I think so.
That looks like Thor. Man, they got everybody in here.
Mm-hmm.
They stuffed the whole crew in here. So
for some reason we end with the Osborns' graves.
Okay. Weird.
Yeah.
Final thoughts on Maximum Carnage.
Oh, a great run. It was fun. Looking forward to it week for week, and sometimes going to multiple stores to try to track it down. Try to figure out where I'm going to get it, get my fix. But yeah, happy to see that I still have the whole collection. I was a little nervous. Whenever you first brought this up, I was looking through and I only found 11 of the 14.
Oh, wow.
I couldn't find the 3 Web of Spider-Man issues.
Were they all spread out?
Yeah, they were in a separate long box, like outside of my other Spider-Man stuff. So that was.
There is a chance maybe then Sabretooth #2 is.
There is, yeah. I didn't dig through everything. So yeah, it could be out there. Well, in which case, I'll have a dupe and I can give it to you.
Hey. Yeah, I love this series too. Did you collect anything else like this, like where you had to go week to week and cross?
Um, yeah, so the other big crossover that I have is the X-Men Fatal Attractions.
Okay.
So that was where Magneto was starting to go wild, get like super villainy again after turning good for a while.
All right.
And so that crossed over across all the different X books.
Okay.
So you got a X-Force, X-Men, Uncanny X-Men, Excalibur. What are the other? There's like 6 of them, I think, altogether. And I have that full run, so we'll have to go through that
We'll have to
sometime.
take a look at that too sometime.
That'll be the climactic fight where Wolverine gets his adamantium ripped from his bones.
Is
by
that the
Magneto.
is that the end of that series?
Yeah.
So that's what they just did. They just do that whole storyline on the X-Men '97. Is that what they called it? Because there was X-Men '92, and then Disney Plus put out, was it X-Men '97?
I believe so. Yeah.
Is that the whole? Because I know that he gets his Magneto rips his adamantium out. Is that what season 2 basically, or season 1 of X-Men '97? Is that what that?
It follows a lot of that story, yeah. But
Okay.
it also digs into more like the Genosha stuff too.
Okay.
So yeah, you get a lot of Sentinel action in it.
Well, if you have a whole run of Maximum Carnage that you're dying to get rid of, gang, you can send it to Kevin Strange, P.O. Box number 5, Cottage Hills, Illinois 62018. We're always looking for new comic books to review here on the channel. So if whatever you've got that you want to, that's burning up your long boxes that you want to see reviewed here on the channel, feel free to send them my way. Kevin Strange, P.O. Box number 5, Cottage Hills, Illinois 62018. Or if you're a creator of your own and you want to send your own major crossover comic books to be reviewed here on the channel, like Paul Payne did with his Rambo versus the Blair Witch bootleg series, you can send that on my way. I've got Paul sent on books 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then he also sent along this Michael Myers versus Jason Voorhees 2023 Halloween special. We did. I did back in October. I did a mailbag episode where we looked at Paul and a bunch of other guys' stuff, and then I did a standalone video on Rambo versus the Blair Witch issue number 1, book number 1. And where we get my nice impression of Rambo here. Here's your bill, madam. Thank you for eating at Wong's. You want to see me do a whole book like that? You can go back and watch the Rambo versus Blair Witch episode. And if you want your books to get that treatment, you can send those on to the P.O. Box, Kevin Strange, P.O. Box number 5, Cottage Hills, Illinois 62018. I think we got some digging to do, don't we, Andrew? Because we got to fill up. We got to finish my run. I've only got 3 of the 14 issues of Maximum Carnage, so we got to go fill up. We go dig through some dollar bins and see if we can build up my collection. And
my digging fingers are ready.
Yeah, mine too. Let's get out of here. We hope to see you at the dollar bin, gang, and remember to keep on digging.